Joining us today at the Rockpit on episode 11 of 50 Shades of Slaids, we're joined by Noah Thomas and Sace from sace6. Welcome to Australia, guys. Man, what a pleasure it is to finally chat with you. And how are you both?
We're doing
Fantastic.
good.
Hanging out.
Yeah, we're just chilling. Getting
So,
ready to come down under.
absolutely. So, first and foremost, I mean, for those that aren't familiar, tell us a little bit about you guys and the music that you make. It's genre bending, and I'm just curious as to how the worlds mesh together and the background story behind the formation of sace6.
Yeah. Uh, sace6 started back in, I would say 20. Like, I feel like me and Noah working together on this project in 2021, 2020, 2021-ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
And both of our influences are so vast yet so alike that like we both pull so much inspiration from different things like R&B, pop, post-hardcore, hardcore, metalcore, everything that falls under the umbrella, of heavy music and pop music. And I feel like what we do is we're trying to create a different narrative or even just change the narrative of what pop music is and bringing it back to like pop music wasn't a sonic genre. Pop music literally just meant popular music. So we're trying to bring that back into fruition
Yeah.
by forcing, two genres to coexist and mash together into a brutal sound. Yeah.
And for you, Noah, that's pretty much on par because I want to talk to you both about your influences
Yeah.
coming into this and how those two
No,
worlds
yeah.
blend.
Um, I don't know, dude. It's so funny, but there's so many different influences that we could pull. Like we both grew up listening to so many different kinds of music. I think really the biggest ones that helped shape this record were Tate McRae, Bill Jarda, a little bit of Pussycat Dolls, just really far on each end of the spectrum of heavy to pop and bright and R&B and we really wanted to meet in the middle and bring something together that we hadn't really seen done before. And we want to wrap it and present it as pop because pop isn't a sonic pop is a term to describe what is popular. So there is no reigning sound in pop. There is what in the past, since like 2015 to now, what we know as pop. But it's not a genre, it's a term. And we want to bring that back. We are pop, we have pop structure, we have pop vocals, we have pop writing, we have pop sensibility, and we don't want to be just another heavy band. We want to be at the forefront of this new sound.
And new sound it is. I mean, I think after the first listen to the record, and I've heard the whole album, Brutalist, I kind of walked away with it going, I'm confused, but I
Hell
like
yeah.
the way I'm confused. How does this actually work? It shouldn't
Yeah.
work. It shouldn't
Yeah.
work, but it
I
does.
love that. I love that, man.
It's
Yeah.
and it took going back and having a couple more listens to go, yeah, it all makes perfect sense now. And at times it's almost as if you've got this popular style of music playing underneath, completely underneath this this heavy track. It's such an incredible experience to listen to. And your voice says it, I just have to say, my God, where the hell did that come from, and where the hell has it been? Your 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 vocal training and I guess your love of pop is and R&B certainly is quite deep.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up like, learning how to sing to a bunch of R&B, specifically like Fetty Wap, Journals era, Justin Bieber, Chris Brown, SZA, Kehlani. That was like super shaping into like the way that I wanted to like learn how to sing. I've never like taken like a vocal lesson or I mean I probably should, but I haven't taken anything like that. I've kind of just like figured it out and figured out my own voice. Um, and I just feel like it really had its own way of shaping itself. But I feel like applying that to the music that we made, that we make, makes it so like perfect fit, like almost like it's like shoe fits, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
every other like we've done like different styles of music like in the past, like before like really finding this sound, and I feel like it was always one of those things for me personally, like it was just like I felt like I was too singy for emo, too singy for post-hardcore, or like too singy for certain genres, and I feel like this is just where I feel the most confident and I feel the most like myself, and especially over the production that Noah did across this whole album, that's just where I feel the most confident.
yeah. And the production is something else. So kudos to you too, Noah. It's just
Oh
like
Thank you.
yeah.
my God, it's a sonic explosion. It's probably the only way I can explain it. Now you
That's
know.
a great way to explain it.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Now your influences, Noah. Who were the guitarists that shaped you?
So it's funny. I wasn't always a guitarist. I only started playing guitar again. Well, I grew up playing guitar. Loved it, but in early high school, I really fell in love with being a metal vocalist. So I was vocalist in bands for 10 years up until COVID, you know. I always fronted bands. I was in two bands back in New Jersey, and I really found this style of guitar playing through my old guitarist. I was in a band called Viridian, and my guitarist Carl Scholes, who actually plays in Signs of the Swarm now, really
Wow.
put me on to this world of extended range guitars, and just like his rhythms and how he plays. It was so percussive, and I had always I never thought of guitar as a rhythm instrument. You know, I always thought of it as like, you know, you step out, you do the big solo and everyone cheers. But like he really brought me back into this world of like, you can make that thing groove, dude. And like the lower you go, the meaner the face, you know, and like he really got that out of me. So for the next few years, I just always thought about that. And then when we started getting lower and lower in tuning, like that, it just came so naturally to my playing that, you know, it's the most at home I feel on guitar. You know, I don't really feel at home on standard guitars. I don't really feel at home on acoustic, you know, even though I've played these my entire life. Like really extended range guitars are just where I feel best. You know, I'm not a shredder. I cannot solo. I'm terrible at soloing, but I have the utmost confidence in my ability to make a riff, you know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
and a catchy one at that.
absolutely. Now, obviously, there's so much here to unpack in such a short time. Obviously, there's the album, but I mean, the main reason for our chat is that you're actually heading out here about 3 weeks before the album's released for a series of dates through the through Australia. You're actually covering the whole circumference of the country. You start in Brisbane and finish up in Perth. What can we expect from sace6 in the live realm?
I feel like what I want everyone to expect is from us in a live aspect, emotional honesty has always been the number one thing. And like we really let it all out on the line and we're fully vulnerable on stage, almost like putting ourselves back in the moment of like when we wrote these songs, how we felt. Like we display that emotion verbatim live and we take a lot of pride in that. So I'm just like really excited for people to see this show in Australia for the first time. So yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
just the two of you. There are no other band members.
Oh, there's a
No,
drummer.
we have our
Shout out
drummer Tyler
Seth.
Snack with us. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
So if we flip back to the album, which is coming out on May 8th through Sumerian Records, the I think what took me completely by surprise was the opening of with Besotted. It lures you in with this almost ambient feel that builds into this lush R&B track, and then before you know it, you're in this industrial realm. And
Yeah.
I don't think I've been more engrossed in a song just to see where it's going to take me on first listen.
It really is a ride, dude. Like that song started, Sachi had this 16 bar loop. and it was like it was a bit of that industrial part, but he had like heavy tune vocals over it, and I was like, yo, that's sick. Let me like send that to me. And then that night, I just spent like the entire overnight thinking of where it could go. And I'd always loved like how albums start slow and then they build and build and then they really hit and then it comes back down. And in my head, I was like, why don't we just do that in one song to start it? Like, really make it like an
Yeah.
actual roller coaster. Like, the song increases in tempo slowly throughout the entire first half of the song. Like, you really feel like you are buckled in, like going, you know?
Yeah. I feel like that's how like most TV shows start too, like where it's
Yeah.
like you watch a show and it's like a slow it's like a slow burn like by like the end of the first episode, that's when they're gonna hook you back in and be like, "Oh my God, now I got to keep watching this." So
Yeah.
like you almost you're along for the ride, which is really cool.
And
Yeah,
it's on top of that, it's a very musical song because of all the
Yeah.
things that go into it. And that was one of our first, uh real attempts at trying to step outside of our comfort zone. What we had been doing prior on the EP before this, and it like really helped set the tone for where we're gonna go next.
yeah. And I mean, geez, again, I'm my mind is still blown over this record, and I don't think I can say it enough. But you know, Sashi, with your vocals, that growl that you are able to deliver, where
Oh,
in?
that's not me. That's him.
Oh, that's you, Noah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't I don't know how to scream. I can't scream. That's all
Oh my
him.
God. Okay. Well, this is another new fresh element for me. It's just like, my
Yeah.
God, the dynamic between the two is just incredible.
yeah. That's a thing that a lot of people point out is like the scream to sing ratio is just like perfect. It's just the
Yeah,
most perfect blend of voices.
absolutely. And I mean, as far as, I mean, you guys are new to Australia and new to a lot of markets, but you have such a strong underground following, so to speak.
Mhm.
How have you built that, and in what sort of markets are you finding yourself land?
I feel
Dude,
like we built
touring
that
and
just to
paying
get to
attention to
touring.
the people who go to your shows is how that got built, you know? Like going to the merch table, talking to every single person there. Like there is no easy way around growing the people who support you. Like people really think that you can just post on TikTok and people will love you and that's your easy out and cool, that's your ticket, you're cool, you're famous, everyone loves you, but nothing will ever beat the way that it has been done for the past 100 years. You know, you play the shows, you eat the shit, you go out there, you make a name for yourself, people talk about you, and then all the other cool online internet stuff follows with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like we gain
But
more followers every night. Like and who gives a fuck about followers regardless, but it's like on a fan standpoint, I feel like we gain more fans or people pulling out their phones and taking videos of us like in a live aspect rather than like posting like a content or like anything of that nature. And like we're a very visual band. Like we love doing things visually when it comes to like our music videos and other pieces like that, but live I feel like is where we really have our best stance.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I guess if you look at the two video clips from the new album too, they're both quite arty and cinematic in their own little ways, and I quite
Yeah.
like the simplicity that sits under the music, you know, and it tells that little bit more of a story. And uh, again, I've got to say, you know, this is such a fresh breath of air. What you guys are doing is it's
Thank you.
incredible. You know, I'm hooked. You know.
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much. Yeah, and I feel like back to the visuals too, like it really does build a world that we're inviting people to find themselves in. Like just like we found ourselves there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you each separately have your own favorite track on the record?
Yeah.
I
Like we
think
have
I
like
think mine
our like three, like yeah, like do a top three,
yeah,
Noah.
top three.
Yeah.
Uh,
I got
the
mine.
Pen Lord, oh god damn it, dude. It's like it's hard to
No,
pick,
it
you
is
know,
Yeah,
hard.
like
yeah. Oh,
they're all
it's an
like
impossible
picking your
question,
favorite
but
kid, you know, like
I would
the most
say,
that the ones that I consistently listen to
mm,
um is probably like Nepenthe Lord, and let's go with Besotted, because talking about it before got me
yeah,
hyped.
yeah.
I would say for me, my favorites are Perfidy, Dolores, and see, like now it just goes back. Honestly, let's throw Bastorexia in the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Out
yeah,
of the ones that aren't singles too, like excluding the singles, I would say
yeah,
those ones.
yeah. Because I guess I walked away with Nepenthe as being my favorite track on the record. I just
Oh,
Awesome.
hell yeah.
the dirty and the clean make it pop. There's a hint of hip hop in there and a bit of EDM, and it just pushes every boundary just a little bit harder than I think everything else does on the record. It really is, a masterpiece.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And again, I'm a big old prog rock fan as well, so Rush
Oh,
and
hell
stuff
yeah.
like that. So I love the time signature stuff that you do in the songs, and just
All the
the
Oh yeah,
modulation.
yeah, yeah.
the changes. They're just phenomenal.
They're a headache to do, but they sound really cool.
Absolutely. So, I mean, for people that, I mean, obviously want to go out and know more about sace6, where do we find you? Where do we go?
You can go on pretty much every form of social media or Spotify. It's just sace6, SACE6, no spaces, all lowercase.
We also have a Discord that we're pretty active in.
Yeah, and that's linked on our
You can
website,
find the Discord through our website. Yeah.
sace6.com.
Fantastic. And the new album, will that be out on vinyl and CD and various
Yeah,
formats?
it's
Oh
available for pre. It's all available for pre-order right now on Sumerian Records. And it'll comes out on May 8th. So yeah,
Fantastic. So I guess, what's the next 12 months look like for sace6?
Tour.
Brutalist.
Tour.
Tour.
Brutalist
Hell yeah.
tour. We
Straight
are
up, yeah,
gone
like a
for
straight
12
up
months.
tour.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
Fantastic.
not all of it is oh no, it's all announced now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing all the Warp tours. We're doing
Oh God.
yeah, we're doing all the Warp tours. We're doing a tour with Chiodos. We're doing a tour with
Dayseeker.
ourselves, our first headline tour ever in honor of Brutalist. We're doing a
Louder
European
Than
headliner,
Life.
Louder Than Life. What else? There's like so much stuff that like I can't even.
Yeah, and there's
We're
more that
gone.
we can announce, and
We
yeah,
are
so
gone
it'd
for
be sick.
12 months, which we're incredibly thankful for.
Hell yeah. There's nowhere
Absolutely.
we'd rather be.
Yeah, yeah. It's fantastic, and I love the approach that you guys are taking to everything. Your enthusiasm and that grassroots. Start it with the fans. Start it with the people that come to the shows and support the music. And you guys really are a breath of fresh air. And I'm so excited for how the rest of the world will react to Brutalist when it's out.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
And on that note too, I also really look forward to catching up with you guys and seeing the live show when you're in Melbourne. So
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes,
I'll
awesome.
see you there, man.
all kinds of inspired now. So,
Yeah.
but fantastic stuff. And look, to both of you, thank you for your time and thank you for chatting with us at the Rockpit. And hopefully we get to do this again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for your time.
absolutely. Thank you very, very much.
Fantastic. Have a great day, guys. And I know
you
your
too.
schedule's pretty flat out, so I'll leave you with it. But thank you again all so much.
All right.
Thank you so much.